Hi, I'm Lauren Kitchens, online cake instructor at Craftsy.com, and I'm going to show you how to make Lauren's Wavy tool. This is a fun little tool that I came up with using Sculpey and a wooden dowel, and it's great to make fun textures in your modeling chocolate. So what you want to do is buy some Super Sculpey at Michael's or Joann's. It's a polymer clay, it's non-toxic, and it's really easy to get your hands on. It's very inexpensive. So with your Super Sculpey, you'll make a little ball about a 1-inch diameter or less, and you'll put it in the freezer for about 10 minutes so it can get firm, because you're going to cut your ball right down the middle. So if it isn't firm from the freezer, the ball will smush whenever you try to cut into it. And then you'll take both halves of your ball, press them together tightly, then with a little wooden dowel rod, about 4 inches long, sharpened on one end, you'll press your dowel down through your Sculpey and then start to work the Sculpey onto the dowel. You will misshape in this just a bit, but then you can shape it back whenever you get it to the center of your dowel. And then you want to give it a little bit of shape because you want this Super Sculpey to stick to your dowel. So you'll go ahead and smear both sides of the ball down the sides of your dowel. That way, whenever this bakes, then you bake it for 250 degrees for about 15 minutes. And this will be baked and done, and at this point you can paint it if you want to, or you can just keep it its natural color. It will bake a little bit darker than what you started with. So pressing this down, getting a nice natural shape. I'll go to my Wavy tool that I've already made. I've rolled out about ½ pound of modeling chocolate to an 1/8-inch thickness, and I'm going to show you how I make my waves. Laying the Wavy tool directly onto the cake, you want to make sure that you don't tilt your dowel to either side. You want to keep it straight, because if you tilt, you'll scratch your modeling chocolate. So keep it really steady, pressing down it with even pressure and rocking it back and forth as you press. You'll make this really pretty wave in there. And you just take your finger and dig down into that trough that you made on both sides to smooth out your edge, and then make another wave. Maybe going in the opposite direction to make it a little bit more interesting, rocking it back and forth with even pressure. And then taking your finger through the trough again. Your modeling chocolate will need to be a little bit cooler than room temperature, so if you're working with warm modeling chocolate, it'll make your job a little bit harder. You want to cool it off in the fridge to get it nice and cool. So in these midsections, I'm just coming around and marking more smaller lines with my Wavy tool just to make it a little bit more interesting. And then so let's do one last line, and then we're going to airbrush to add some gradient color. So we've got some pretty bright green modeling chocolate. We've used the Wavy tool to make the waves, and I'm going to airbrush with royal blue airbrush color. I'm going to come at the modeling chocolate from the top end and just giving a quick motion back and forth, and all of that pretty blue color is finding its way on the top part of the wave, and the green is staying deep inside the Wavy tool. And this is a great effect for water or wind or something that you want to give motion to. It's definitely a texture that's kind of hard to find. If you're trying to find a tool for this, you may not be able to. It's best to just make it with Super Sculpey. If you like this tip and want to learn more about modeling chocolate, check out my class, Cityscape Cakes, on Craftsy.com.